Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Alter, and this is your Numinous Tarot forecast for the week of January 17th, 2019. So right now, Gemini Moon. And I think it's important to tune into where the moon is, because the moon is how we relate to ourself. So, Gemini Moon, creative moon, moon full of ideas. So if you find that there's a lot of voices in your head, that's why. But this is also a great moon for conversation, for connecting with other people, and talking about creativity, talking about big ideas. The other thing that's happening is we have a really big full moon eclipse in 3 days. So this is going to be in Leo, and it's at 0 degrees Leo, because we will have just entered into Aquarius season, which I will talk more about next week. But just know that this full moon and this eclipse in Leo is really about committing to your creativity and committing to your heart. Leo rules the heart, and Leo is a creative showstopper of a sign, loves to be center stage, loves to stand in the spotlight, soaking up the sun. And with this full moon eclipse, remember, eclipses take things away. It's taking away your insecurity. It's taking away your beliefs that you are not enough, that you don't deserve to be a creative force, to be a heart-driven human in the world. Now listen, living from your heart hurts, but your heart is strong enough to get broken and then rebuild. And a really fascinating thing is that in the human body, when a bone breaks, where it heals becomes the strongest part of the bone. So if you think about your heart in the same way, when your heart gets broken, when it heals, it becomes stronger than before. Your heart is a warrior. And this full moon eclipse in Leo is about the warriorship of your heart. So what does your heart want to do in this world? What does your heart want to give birth to? And how have you been denying the truth and the hunger of your heart? This full moon eclipse is about that. Full moons are so powerful. It's the peak of the moon's energy. So this is your opportunity to really channel all of that. All right, so the card that I pulled for us for this week is the Page of Pentacles, and it is reversed this week. Remember, reversal is not good or bad, it's just more information. And I think, honestly, the reason that we got 3 reversals this month is just because it's hard sometimes when you're coming into the new year to figure out where your ambition meets reality. It's like start, stop, stop, start. You know, like there's a lot of that sort of motion happening, and that's okay. You just put one foot in front of the other, and if it's 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, that's fine. You're still making progress. So let's talk about the Page of Pentacles. Really interesting, because last week we had the King of Wands, and that's double fire. And this card is double earth. So whenever I pull this card, for me it's an invitation to get back to Mother Nature, and to make sure that my relationship with the earth is right. Really important to be grounding. All of the pages ground, but this is grounding earth. So I would invite you this week, even though it's January, even though it's cold, to get outside and breathe in that crisp air. Get your feet in the snow or the earth or the water. Make sure that you have a deep and personal relationship with this planet that we call home. Because the truth is, that's all we have. We were dreamt into being because of the spirit of the earth, and she continues to dream us into being. So if we are out of sorts in our relationship with this planet, or out of sorts in our relationship to ourselves, I always say, like, when we go against nature, we go against ourselves. When we work with nature, we're working with ourselves. One of the ways you work with nature is just by tuning into astrology. What's going on with the moon? What's going on with the planets? Their relationship to the earth. That's one way to get right with nature. Another way to get right with nature is to pay attention to the seasons. You know, wintertime, even though there's all this fire energy with Mars and Aries, and I pulled the King of Wands for us last week, even though there's all this ambition and initiation, the winter is a time for hibernation. It's a time to return to the deepest piece of yourself possible and nourish and restore and renew. And so I think this card is saying, yes, it's hard. Yes, you're resistant to taking that time, but can you really ground this week? Can you shut away the noise and the phones and the emails, and can you get in touch with your own heart and with the planet that we call home? That would give you so much more nourishment and grounding. I even feel myself slowing down as I tune into this energy, because that's what we need. It's very easy to let our ambitions and our excitement for the new year carry us away and out of our bodies. And what we really need is to be grounding that ambition, grounding our work. You know, Pentacles really teach us about work. how to manifest. And this is about grounding our manifestations, grounding our work, and not being afraid to take things slow. So I invite you wherever you are to kiss the earth, or at least touch her, and express some heartfelt gratitude. And remember that by being in right relationship with the earth, things are going to go so much more easily for you as you bring into manifestation those dreams, goals, and aspirations that Capricorn season has been illuminating for you. Thank you so much as always, and I can't wait as an Aquarius to be back next week and tell you all about Aquarius season. It's going to be kooky as hell. Bye.